company, right? We already identified the Proxy company as what? As AK as well as what? A as NS, right? Now, quickly, suggested solution, right? Don't forget that I've given you so many options, right? When you want to start, you can decide to show yourself by you can decide to write, right? Just talk about the view of the director first, that this may be wrong because it does not include the systematic business risks of the packaging industry. So suggested solution, right? Suggested solution, right? So what is the name of the okay? Number one, the first step, Proxy company. Proxy company. Please, if you are with your material, you'll be giving me figure, please. So the Proxy company is AK and AL. ALs, right? AK and what? And LS, right? L what? AK and what? LX, right? LS. This SZ. This is Z. Okay, LX, not Z. Okay, so after that, we have identified the Proxy company already. So what is the second step? The second step is to do what? So the gear, right? The gear by removing the financial risk of the Proxy company. Now, Point and Emmanuel. So when you gear by removing the financial risk of the Proxy company, that is, you are to determine assets better. So do you know why you need to remove the the financial risk of the Proxy company? You don't need the risk. Financial risk is the risk that affect that company alone. You don't need the risk that affects Lavage or Dangote. What you need is the business risk that affect general in that industry. That is what you need, right? So that is why you have to remove that financial risk that affect them, because when you take over, when you want to diversify to that what industry, you don't need the financial risk, because the financial risk that is affecting what Lavage, right? So you don't need the financial risk. The only risk you need there is the business risk. So that is why you have to remove the financial risk of that Proxy company. Then you will now left with what? With business risk. That is why they said set better measures systematic what? Business risk, right? When you're talking about an example of business risk is economic downturn, right? Inflation rate, exchange rate, right? Unemployment rate, right? Lower GDP, right? These are what? Business risk, right? Now, if this is established, what is the formula? The formula that we use to determine asset better, right? So we have to determine asset better. So someone please unmute your mic. I think someone should give me the formula. Please give me the formula. What is the formula? I've forgotten the formula. You are checking your notes. I see you.
BA
So
is equals to BA times VA.
you already checked your notes now. So I see you now. Uh-huh. So that's fine. That's fine. I'm just kidding. No. So don't take it personal. So you know this is BA, right? Which is what? Asset better. Now we need to identify the BE. We need to identify BE, which is the equity better of the Proxy company. Plus, we need to identify what? The equity better of the Proxy company. Then the VE represents the market value of the Proxy company. Market value, equity market value, equity market value of the Proxy company, right? Then, okay, let me bring them out so that we'll BE, right? BE means equity better. Now, in this question now, don't forget that the Proxy company are just two, right? AK and LS. So we need to identify the equity beta class. So let's check equity beta. So is equity beta of this company given in this question? Equity beta. So what is the equity beta? Is it given? Class.
1.3.
Okay. 1.3, 1.3 and 1.2, right? 1.3 and 1.2, right? Now, don't forget that. Now, this is where some students will still like, oh, how do we get this? Oh, should I calculate asset beta for each of the POSI company, since the POSI company are two? So should I calculate it? So confusion will come. So what you need to do is that you have two equity beta, right? Just look for the average. What is the average of these two equity beta? So it becomes your equity beta, right? Let me say this again. Just look for the what? The average, class. Are we together, please? So class, what is the average? What is the average equity beta?
1.25.
1 point what? 1 point,
1.25.
so
25,
1
right?
point what?
But no,
1 point,
1.25.
okay, 1 point what? 1.25. Good. 1 point what? 1.25, because you have two industry already, right? You have two industry, and you need to get 1.25. Okay, that's fine. 1.25. So 1 point, the first one is I'm coming. Okay, so you need to add the two together. Let me do it here. 1.3 plus 1.2 equals to 1 point what? Sorry, 1 point what again? Okay, divided by, let me divide it. Divided by 2. What do you have? 1 point what?
1.25.
Okay, 1.25. Okay, 1.25. That's fine. 1.25. Class, that is how you will do it. Oh, please, that is where confusion will come, because you were given two POSI companies. So even if it is three, just look for the average and move on, because the asset beta that you want to calculate must be one. Not that you calculate for this, you calculate for this. In this question sef, although in this question we are given what is it called? Are we given different what is it called? Are we given different ordinary shares? Let me check. Let me check. Oh, okay. Let's start from the back. Oh, okay. It's given. Oh, okay. It's given. So let's change it. Let's change it. So when we want to determine the asset beta, after we determine the asset beta, we can look for the what? We can look for the what? Average, or before the asset beta, right? We can actually do what? We can look for the what? The average. So now, if this is your A, okay, let's get the two. Let's do the two. Let's get the BA for AK, then BA for LS. So when you get the 2BA, right, for AK and LS, divide it by 2. Let's do it that way. It will work. Now, let's quickly go back. Sorry, my apologies for that. So the first one is AK, right? The first one is AK, right? Class. AK, class. AKA. BE. So let's bring out the variables. BE is 1.3, right? The VE is market value of equity. Please, VE means that market value of equity. Then VD means the market value of debt. T, the tax rates for the POSI company, class. The tax rate for the what? For the POSI company. Now, let's go back and get the market value of equity, class. Now, since these ordinary shares, now you can see that. Okay, let me go. Okay, thank you. Now you can see that these ordinary shares, right? 3 naira 80 kobo. Class, the ordinary shares given to you is the market price per shares. Now the question is, how many numbers of shares do you have in, it is POSI companies, sorry. Now, how many numbers of shares? The one naira 80 kobo is the market price for the PART3 company for AK. Is that not so? 1 naira 80 kobo per shares. Class, the question is, how many numbers of shares? Now, don't forget that you have 100 million here. Is that not so? So now, class, if I want to determine the numbers of shares, what will I do to divide so that we get the numbers of shares? Class, if I want to get the numbers of shares for AK now, so what will I do to get the numbers of shares? Class, who can
Okay,
help us?
1 million divided by 1.85
1 million
divided by, is it 100 million, sorry, divided by 1.8.
divided by 1 point what?
No,
1.8.
go down to the par value. There's a par value
Okay,
down.
okay, thank you. Okay, this is
Yeah.
the power value. Okay,
Yes,
okay, so
100,
now,
100 million over 25 kobo.
thank you, thank you, right? That is perfect, that is perfect. Because, class, listen, this is 1 naira 80 kobo, right? And this is the value of the shares, right? Now, this is the market price per one. Then you want to get the ordinary shares. Yes. So you need to divide the total value of the ordinary shares divided by the nominal value. When you divide it by the nominal value, we give you what? We give you your ordinary what? We give you your ordinary shares. Class, we give you your what? Your ordinary shares, the numbers of shares, right? So once you have the numbers of shares, you multiply it by this. Class, you multiply it by this. So let's quickly check. So AK is 25 kobo. Please take note of that. AK is 25 kobo, right? Then the ordinary shares for AK is 1 naira 80 kobo, and they have 100 what? 100 million shares, right? I will ask you about that. Let's check. Okay, now let's check. Okay, so what will be the numbers of shares? Let me say 100 million plus divided by, is it 20 kobo, right?
0.25.
0.25.
Okay, 0.25. That is, you divide it by 100. Okay, good. So this will give you numbers of shares. So what is the numbers of shares, class?
400 million.
400 million. No, it is not 400 million. It is 400 million shares, right?
Yeah.
400 million, right? Shares. This is it, right? So times the market price. The market price per one. What is the market price, class?
1.8.
1.1 naira 80 kobo, right? Per shares. Let me put it like this, per shares. What do you have?
720 million.
Thank you. 720. So this is the market value of equity for the what? For the PART3 company. Okay. Now we go to debt, right? We go to debt. Don't forget that the debts that we identify here, there are two. There are two sources of finance: the ordinary shares and the medium long-term loan. Is that not so? Who is that? Please mute your mic. Okay. Now we identify the ordinary shares and what? The medium and long-term loans. Is that not so? So now we'll still do the same thing with this. Now let's quickly check. Now for AK has 150 150, is that also 150 150 million stock, 150 million long-term loans, is that also? Now what is the nominal value, class? What is the nominal value? Don't forget that since the nominal value is not given to us in this question, it is not indicated, you assume that the nominal value of your stock of the long-term loan or of the long of the loan stock is what? Is 100, right? So that you get the numbers, right? So that you get the numbers, then you now multiply by the what? By the loan what? The loan stock, class. So We go. Okay.
There's an additional information for AK
Okay.
for loan.
Okay. What is it? 12%.
AK 14% loan stock 2032.
These are the interest rate. Do we need it? We don't need the 12% loan stock. We don't need the AK 14% loan stock. These are the cost. It is the cost. We are talking about the market value. So the market value does not relate to cost. The 12% attached to it is a cost. 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 14% is a cost. Now we want to determine market value. The market value does not relate to cost. So this is why we don't need it. Do you get?
Okay, thank you.
No, do you understand? Do you understand? So I need to confirm that. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, okay. So 150. Now let's go. 150. So 150 million divided by the nominal price, which is based on assumption, right? When you divide it, we give you the numbers, right? We give you the numbers of loan stock, right? Then multiply by what is the loan stock price? Plus, what is the loan stock price? What is the loan stock price? Loan stock price for AK. What is the loan stock price for AK, class? What is the loan stock price? Oh, is it not
212, 212.
112?
112.
Are we sleeping? Ah. Who could not sleep? Oh. So 112, right? Okay, 112. Quickly. Times 112, right? So what do we have? What do we have? Quickly. What do you have, please? Quickly.
168 million.
One what? 168. 168. 168. Right? Now, what is they only give us one tax rate. So it's still part of your assumption. See, class, in SFM, let me give you one expo. In SFM, assumption is allowed, even in real life. If I want to do evaluation today, I will assume some input is allowed. Now, ideally, you're supposed to be given the corporate tax for the policy company because everything that you are calculating now is for policy company. They're supposed to separate it, give you different tax rates that you will use. But in this question, it is just one. So immediately after you finish everything, you will state your assumption. What is your assumption? It is assumed that the corporate tax rate of 33% per year, right, is for both PLC, AKPLC, and what? LS. You move on, class. Now, if that is established, so we were given just 33%. 33 what? 33%. So we quickly move to 33%. So 33% quickly. So the tax rate is what? Is 33%. Right? 33%. Okay. Is equal to 3.3. Okay. Now, in this case, we are good, right? Our BE is given to us. We've calculated BE. Is given to us. VE is given to. We've calculated the VE. VD. We've calculated the debt. The tax rate. We've identified it. Now, better debt is better debt. This BD, Emmanuel and Queen. BD means better debt. Class, is better debt given in this question? Better debt. BD. BD means better debt. So is better debt given in this question? Unmute your mic. Is better. Did you see anything better debt? Exclusive. Did you see anything better debt?
No, there's no better debt though.
Thank you. So automatically this will become zero because if you put in this your BD now, if you put zero, everything here will become zero. Class, everything here will become what? Zero. So you don't need that part again. So you just focus on this part alone. You focus on this part. class. You just focus on your BE. So therefore, let's quickly calculate this without wasting much of our time, right? BA, which is the asset beta, BE is 1.3 times the VE. We've calculated VE as 720 M, right? Divided by class. You divide it by VE. Let me bring this so that it will not look confused. Okay, you divide it. What do you have? What do you have? Quickly. VE. What is your VE? VE quickly. Your VE is 720 plus VD is 168. Right? Please check if this figure are not correct. Right? 1 minus the tax rate is what? 0.33. Is that not so? So you close the bracket. Class, what is your BA? Quickly. What is your BA for AK? Quickly. What is your BA for AK? BA figure. Queen. Queen. Emmanuel, are we still together?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. So that is how we go in SFM class. So we use practicals so that you can remember at any time. You can just, yes, you use something that is similar so that you can remember at any time, right? So, and that is how we go. So please figure, so that we can move on, please.
$1.12.
Okay, 1.12. Good. Thank you, Rachel. 1.12. Okay, that is what? That is the asset beta, right? That is the what? The asset beta for what? For AK, right? So we need to determine the asset beta for LS. So once you determine the asset beta for LS, you will now look for the average before you continue. You just take the average and you what? You move on, right? We'll move on. So quickly, BA, LS now, right? LX. LX. So we need to do the same thing. What we calculate here, we need to check for uh for for LS at the same we need to check for LS. Okay, let me cancel all this. Let me cancel all this because this will not be among. Okay. Hmm. Okay, quickly. Okay, just like the way we did AK. Now, this one, let's change this one. BE. So let's check for the LS. So the LS equity beta. The LS equity beta, you can see the LS equity beta is what? Is 1 point what? Is 1.2. LS equity beta is what? Is 1 point what? Is 1.2. So quickly, we put equity beta or to be 1.2 class. Now, we go back to our value of equity for LS. Now, you can see that the market price for LS is 2 naira 30 kobo, right? Then the ordinary shares is 300. Is that also? So we need to get the numbers of ordinary shares, which means that you need to divide it by the nominal value. You can see this question is so wicked to the extent that they bring in LS, nominal value first before AK. From these financials, AK come first. You can see AK come first, and LS come last, right? Now they now put it as LS to come first, then AK to go. You can see how confusing it is, right? So please pay attention to questions, right? Pay attention to details. It's very what? Important. Now, this is 2 naira 30 kobo. Is that not so? And this is what? This is the nominal value, right? Nominal price. Now, let's get the numbers of ordinary shares. So you divide 300 divided by 50 kobo. It will give you the numbers of shares. Then you multiply by the market price per one class. So quickly, please, you give me figure. 300 divided by 50.
600.
Okay, thank you. 300 million divided by 0.5, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Times
0.5 times, let me just
2.3.
multiply, times 2
0.3.
naira 3 cover, right?
Yeah.
So what do you have? What do you have? Where's the
One,
value?
1,380,000,000.
They play. 1 million.
No, 1,380,000,000.
Now you know. Another person should check.
Oh yeah, check.
This 50 cover is
0.50.
0.5. Yeah, 0.5. Yes, now. So 300 million is million now. It's just like the way we did the other one now. Is it not 300 divided by 0.5 is
600
600.
million.
600 million times 2.3 is 1.1. Okay, okay. Billion. Let's just leave it as are you sure? Okay, let's just leave it as let's just leave it as 1,380, right? Let's just leave it as 1,380.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it as 1,380. So since we are abbreviating, right? So the next one is the value of what? The value of equity, the value of debt class, right? The next one is what? Value of what? Debt. Now, will you quickly go and check, class?
130.
You quickly go and check what is the loan stock. Okay,
One
thank you. The
130.
loan stock is what? 130, right?
Yes.
130. Now, what is the nominal price? We assume the nominal price to be what?
100.
Now, you can see
There's no market
perfect.
value.
So you can see that there's no market price,
Market price.
right? So there's no what? There's no market price. So what should we assume to be the market price? What should we assume to be the market price, class? What should we assume to be the market price, class? Hello? Because we cannot say there are two things involved here, oh, class. You see, you have option. Now you can decide to say, oh, the market price is 130. You can decide that, oh, the market price is 130 divided by 100, which you assume, times the 100 naira, which is your assumption. At the end of the day, you have what? 130. So you have option, but you need to have a market what? A market value. Class, am I communicating? You need to have a what? A market value. If you use 130 divided by 100, we give you the numbers. What will you multiply it with? You can assume to be what? 100, right? The market price, you can assume it to be what? 100, right? Or you said, oh, the nominal value is not given to you in the question. You move on. That, oh, the market value will be what? 130. So anyhow, you state your what? Assumption, class. You state your what? State your assumption is allowed, right? But you must get what? The market value of what? Debt. You will not leave it what? Blank. You can see that is why the question is what? It's a dangerous question, right? And the Ican can decide what if, right? What if? It's very important. You pay attention to this part of assumption stuff, right? Is allowed, right? So which one are we choosing? So we quickly, is based on our discretion, right? So we have 130. Don't forget that we already assume all this, right? 130, right? We can say the market value of debt is 130, class. Or you said the 130 million divided by the 100 that you assume to be the to be the nominal value, right? Times the nominal price, the market price, which is your assumption as well. Now, 130 divided by 100 times 100, you can see that 100 can cancel 100. What do you have? At the end of the day, it is still equals to what? 130. So these are the assumption that you can state it, right? You will still earn your what? Mark. Class, can we continue? Hello, are we good?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
now
yes.
Okay, now if that is established, class, if all this is established, the tax rate still remain the same, right? So what is the BA? So BA BA equals to, let me copy all this so we can change. Okay. Okay. Please, I need figure. Just give me figure. Okay. Now, BA for this is 1.2. Then the market value, don't forget that you multiply by VE, right? Which is 1380, right? 1380. Then this is VE, 1380, plus VD. What is the VD? 130, right? 130, right? 130. Coming, 130. So what do you have? Give me figure. BA equals to, give me figure. I'm coming exclusive. Okay, exclusive. You can unmute your mic.
Okay, please, I have a question for this value of debt. So, sorry, you say we should assume 130 as the market value.
Yes, you can assume 130 as the market value.
Okay, so if we divide 130 million over the nominal value, which is 100, we'll have 1.3 million
Times 100. Times 100, what do you have? Is it not 130? Times 100, what do you have?
times 100. 130 million.
The market, the what you multiply is the market price. Is that not so? Which you stay assuming it. Is that not so? So you can decide to say that, but you must get out your market value of debt. You must get the market value of debt, right? Now, that is why I said you have two options. You can just say, oh, the market value of debt is 130, or you say, oh, 130 million divided by the 100 naira, which is the nominal value, times the market price of 100, which you still assume it to be what? 100. Then at the end of this question, state your assumption and you move on.
Okay, so we're assuming that the market price is 100 naira.
Yes. And the
Okay,
nominal price is still 100 naira as well.
okay, because me, I
Or
was
you
thinking,
say, the market price, the market value of debt is 130. You state it. In your assumption, you now say, oh, since the market price is not given, as well as what? The nominal price. You can, is your assumption, right? Another person may say, no, that is not my own assumption. Exclusive. Do you get that?
yes,
Okay.
yes, I get.
Okay. So please, what do you have, class?
1.13 approximate.
1 point what?
133.
Okay. Okay, 1.13. Okay,
Please, I
good.
have a question.
Okay, 1.13. Did you approximate the first one? I'm coming, please. Okay, 1.13. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, ask your question, please. Go ahead.
Okay, so like you are saying, just for clarity purpose, you said it's all assumption. So is it okay to, if we assume the price um of that market price for debt as 112, just like the one for AK, if we
Hmm.
decide to use that same value, is this still right?
No, no, it's not. Use, 100 is like, let me just say, is a normal thing you place either on a bond or on a value of equity. So it is still understandable that, oh, the nominal price is 100 or the market price is 100, right? All those ones, the 100 naira is like a constant something, right? That you can assume it, right? Don't forget that sometimes in a bond, let me just say, because this is a debt, right? It's a loan stock. Don't forget that sometimes they say, oh, the nominal price is this. The nominal price, now let me now tell you something. When we get to bond valuation, that reminds me of one question like that under the bond valuation. The nominal price, right, is at par, which is 100. Then I say, oh, the market price is at par, which is 100. So See, the 100 naira is like normal thing. So don't assume something that is more than that or less than that. Do you get?
Yes, I do. I do. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Welcome. You're welcome. So we are good, right? We are good. So so you need to get the average. Please get the average. What is the average? Or get the average. Therefore, average assets better, right? Get the average.
1.12.
Okay. Let me
1.125.
average. Okay, thank you.
1.125.
Oh, okay, oh, no gonna continue. 1 point what?
One
One
two.
point one two. Wait, Mona, gonna calm down. 1.12. That is what I got for the asset beta for AK. Then plus, so that anyone who wants to watch the video can understand. Plus the asset beta for LS. Then you divide it by the numbers, which is 2. What do you have? Now you can give me any figure. Now, if you give me any figure, I will move on. So what is the answer? Give me figure.
This one is 1.125.
1.125. So are we good? So the asset beta now is what? 1.125 that we will use. Now, what is the next step? We need to calculate what? Step 3. CAPM, right?
Better.
Oh,
Equity
sorry.
better
Thank you.
of the original.
Don't mind me. Thank you. So the equity beta, right? So that is you will get by including the financial risk of the main company, right? So now, so you've already identified class, you've already identified 1.1, 1.125 as the asset beta. That is the business risk, BA. That is the business risk of the two companies. Now, you need to include the financial risk of the main company, which is the TL, right? So that is your appropriate cost of capital need to reflect the business risk of that company you are diversifying into, as well as your own financial risk that is affecting you, the two of them. So that is what will form part of your what? Appropriate cost of what? Capital, or risk adjusted cost of capital, or project specific cost of capital. So Ican can say discounted, appropriate discounted rates, right? It's still the same thing, right? Now, quickly, so what is the formula? What is the formula for this? Let me quickly go back so that let me copy the formula. I think our time is far spent. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Let me just complete this question. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay. So this is the formula, right? This is the formula. Let me bring out this formula. Okay. I've copied it already. Okay. Right. Okay. Now, so now don't forget that where I highlighted with what? With yellow, right? Where I highlighted with yellow is the financial risk of the main company class. You can see is the combination of both financial risk and business risk. The business risk is the BA, asset beta. Now, the financial risk of the main company, right? So when you add these two together, class, it becomes your equity beta. That is why they said equity beta measures what? Systematic business risk, as well as what? Financial risk, class. That is what brings about what? Equity beta, class. Now, if that is established, Now we need to get, we already have our BA as 1 point BA. Let me see BA. Okay. Okay, we already have our BA as 1.125. Is that not so? Now, BD, which is better debt, the better debt of the main company is not given to us. So this part, this BD, will become 0. Now, we need to look for the market value, the value of debt, class, the value of debt, the value of debt of the main company, as well as the value of equity of the what? Of the main company. Now let's start. It's very simple so that we can round up this class. Control B. Okay, save. Okay. BA, we already have our BA, which is the asset beta, to be 1.125. Right? The beta debt for the main company is not given, is 0. We already have T, which is the tax rate. Where is it, sir? Okay, we already have T, which is the tax rate at 0.33, right? 0.33, right? So we need to get our market value of debt and market value of equity, right? Most likely we may stop here. Okay, I'm coming because of our time. Value of debt, right? Now, you quickly go to the financial information class. You go to the financial information. Okay, 15 minutes. Okay. You quickly go to the financial information and check from the information given to you. Do they give us any market value? Okay, let's start from equity. Did they give us the market price per shares for equity? Did they
Yes,
give us
3.8.
the Thank you. Did they give us the market value, the value of debt per one for the main company, right? Now let's go there. Let's go. Let's start from equity class. Let's start from what? Equity. Now you can see that the main company, right? Ordinary shares is given as what? 3 naira 80 kobo, which is what? Which is the market price class, which is the what? Which is the market price. Don't forget that TL, you can see TL here. You can see TL, right? TL and LS have the same nominal what? Nominal price. Nominal what? Price. Please, Samson, are you still with us? Are you still in this class?
I'm soaking it up, sir.
They play. So,
I full
so
ground. I full ground.
okay, TL and LS. You can see TL and LS. This is the nominal price of the equity, right? So we need to get the numbers of shares. You can see that it is 150. The value is 150. So 150 divided by 50 kobo will give you the numbers of shares times the market price per one. We give you the value. We give you the market value of equity class. We give you the what? Market value of equity. Quickly, exclusive, you have it. Give me figure. Okay, let's start. It's 150 million, right? 150 million
Yes,
divided
over
by,
0.50.
okay, what the nominal value?
0.50.
Thank you, 0.5.
Yes.
That is the nominal value. It will give you the numbers of shares class times what is the market price per one?
3.80.
3 naira 80 kobo. Please, immediately after this class, if you don't have the material, please, I will send the account details to the platform. Send the 2K so that I can forward all this material, the material to you. You can go through them. And then immediately after this class, I will upload this particular session. I will upload this particular class in the YouTube so you can go there and watch again. So what is the figure? Please give me figure. Give me figure
The
quickly.
figure is 1,140,000.
1
1
billion.
1
million
billion
1
140. So 1,140 M.
1140, right?
Yes.
Now, if this is established, we go back to this part, value of debt. Now, let's go to debt so that we can run this class up.
Value
Time.
of debt is 560.
Now, let's calm down. You can see that, you can see here, class, are we together? Are we still together? Oh, I need to confirm that, right? Now, you can see that the what we were given in the question is 560. Is that not so, class? 560, what is the nominal price? The nominal price is still not given. We still assume to
Assumption.
be 100, right? So it will be 560 divided by 100. We give you the numbers, right? Times the loan stock price. You can see that the loan stock price is given at 104. Is that not so, class? Is that not so, class? So we can now have 560 divided by the 100 naira, which is the nominal price, times the loan stock price. What that is the market price per stock. Class, are we still together? So we can still have 560 quickly. 560 coming.
Over 100.
560 divided by 100, which is the nominal, right? Times what do you have?
104.
104 times what is okay? 104. Thank you. Per, let me put it to per bond. Equals to what do you have?
582 400.
Okay, 582 400 like this.
Yes, 582 400 M.
Okay, please, someone else should confirm this so that we can move on. Please confirm that. Okay. 5 what?
582.4 M.
Okay, 0.4. Okay,
Yes.
0.4. Okay. Yeah, since we are using okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Now, class, this is very simple, right? We are good. See, you see, who knows? Who knows? Please don't joke with this question. Please. See, now beg I dey beg you, right? Please go back to it again and check. It is very technical, right? Right? It is what? Very where I copied this question from, right? The way they solve it, it is even confusing. That is why I said when you understand SFM, there is no textbook you want to pick and they just do one rubbish thing. You know, what is all this now? But when you understand it, you can be able to use your own terms to break it down, right? To your own understanding. That is why I said don't cram SFM. Understand SFM, class. Now, if this is established, so we need to get what? Finally, BE equals to BA is 1.125. Open the brackets. Plus 1.125 minus data depth of 0, value of depth of 582.4 divided by the value, okay, minus, okay, 1 minus tax rate 0.33, class, divided by value of equity, right? Divided by value of equity, class. So divided by the value of equity, 1,140, right? So what do you have? What do you have quickly?
1.5 approximately.
1.5.
Okay, fine. So equals to 1.51. You guys are okay. That's fine. So the next step, lastly,
CAPM.
thank you. CAPM, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 7 minutes. Okay, CAPM. The next one is what? CAPM, step 4. Step 4, right?
Yes.
For CAPM. So how do we determine CAPM? What is the formula? Is the risk premium given to us in this question? So I will know how
No,
we
no. It's
find our
just
CAPM.
market returns and risk free.
Risk free. Okay, thank you. So market return and what? And risk free. So we can now define our cost of equity. KE equals to risk free plus equity beta, right? Open the bracket, market return minus risk free. Excuse me. So what is our risk free given to us in this question? We
Six.
say okay, 6
Mhm.
plus equity beta. We calculated equity beta of this. One thing about risk adjusted cost of capital is once you miss one step, that's it. Everything will be wrong. That's just how it is. So what is the market return? Quickly, what is the market return?
40%.
14 minus risk free is
Minus.
6. So what do we have? You can see the process. You can see how you can use CAPM to determine the appropriate cost of capital. You can see now, because your capital asset pricing model must include both business risk and financial risk. That is why some question will tell you that explain how capital asset pricing model will be used to determine project specific cost of capital. You can bring out all the steps, right? When you get to this stage, you can now explain that, oh, capital asset pricing model include both business cost of equity. Using the capital asset pricing model contains both the business risk as well as the financial risk of the main company. You explain business risk and financial risk, then you move on. Please figure
50.6%.
50.
15.6%.
Okay.
Eh?
80%.
Is 18.
Thor,
Jesus.
Thor, Thor. Now know that one though. Please, if you get cost of equity to be 50, to be fifty
Mado.
percent or 80%, just know that that your answer there is command there. So what next? What next? The next one is to calculate WACC, right? You need to determine WACC,
Okay.
right? So what is the formula for calculating weighted average cost of capital? Don't forget that this WACC is for the main company, right?
Yeah.
For the main company. So anything you are using, it starts to be for the what? For the main company. So what is the formula? Let me quickly copy this. So I will just explain, then please complete this. Most of you did not complete. Okay, oh, I will tell you to complete something. Instead of you to drop your own suggested
What?
solution on the platform, you will refuse to submit to send it on the platform. Okay, oh, I won't say anything. So, let me check. So you will bring down the weighted average cost of capital, right? So that let me explain the formula. I've been explaining it before, but I'll still explain it again. So lastly, before we go, so please complete this. This is the formula you need to use, right? all this all this is for the main company, right? Anything you are using, the value of equity will be for the main company. We already calculated cost of equity. Is that not so? What is our cost of equity? 18.1. Is that not so? With the value of debt of the main company, the cost of debt of the main company, definitely the cost of debt will be given. Go and check if there is cost of debt there. Go
Wait.
and check. I
So
want you to. I
please.
should wait. I'm not
Yes.
waiting. No.
Please, before you
Okay.
go, because this cost of debt they wrote here, TL, is
Mm,
12%, but then there's an additional information for 2027 to 2029. So
So
I don't know.
go and look for how you will get it.
Hey,
Yeah. You can get it. Go and what is there now? What is it? I don't understand. What is it? Go and check. Is it pre-tax or cost? What is the cost? Or is it not in percentage? Cost
it
is always in
yes,
percentage.
it's
Now,
12%.
is it after tax or pro-tax? They did not even state if it
It's
is
not
after tax
stated.
or post-tax. So is pro-tax is
In
pre-tax.
fact,
Sorry. So is pre-tax, right? So is pre-tax.
what I'm even
So
saying, should we ignore this year because
what
2020?
do you want to use the year for?
Okay,
Exclusive. Don't
I'm
kill
just
yourself.
just asking.
Just leave the year. Leave the year. It's just the cost you want to, and the percentage is given to you in the question. So we'll move on with that. So please, I want to see it tonight. Please, this night. No. Please send it to the platform and let's see your work. So thank you everyone for joining, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. So bye for now. I think the call will soon end now.